Closing of Human Rights Month, award-winning visual artist Sizani Baloyi, known for his thought-provoking works, opened his solo exhibition yesterday at 66 Carr Street in Newtown, titled Squatter Movements Like Birds in the Cornfield. The body of work that he will be showcasing really delves deep into the socio-economic challenges faced by marginalised communities in South Africa, with an emphasis on the evolution of rural housing structures since the dawn of our democracy. His work reflects the complexities and the realities of life for many South Africans, highlighting the struggles and the resilience of those who continue to navigate inadequate housing and systemic inequality. So Sizani joins us now in studio to chat a little bit further. Sizani, good morning. Thank you for making time to be with us here today.
Morning. Thank you so much for having me today.
I mean, we're just admiring the artwork on display here. Congrats on this feat. It's pertinent discussions that need to be had. I think in the title itself, let me get this right, squatter movements like birds in the cornfield. Tell us a little bit more about the play on words and how it's come to encompass this exhibition.
Actually, the theme of the exhibition is influenced by the squatter movement of 1944 to 1947, where settlements were moved out of their places. And seeing that displacement, I've also witnessed it also growing up in the squatter camps, where you would come back from school and half of the population has been moved out, you know, and these stories are not told in most of the time. So I try to use my work to try and capture those moments and also voice out those moments as well.
Yes, because the deeper issues delve into the socio-economic inequalities and it's faced by many South Africans. Tell us a little bit more about that, those experiences that you try and encapsulate here.
The experiences that I want to mostly try to encapsulate, it's mostly of the settlements, a right to a shelter, as also captured in our Bill of Rights. It's something that we are still behind. We cannot deny the progress that has happened throughout the years, the initiative of RDPs, but it's sad to say that that progress is not accessible to everyone. Even when it is accessible, there are dodgy schemes around there to find that people, they already have their houses, but it is not them in those houses. You know, people go to Home Affairs to check whether it has already been there, and only to find out that you do have a house, but somebody else has bought that house and you are not occupying it. Also, I'm trying to bring awareness throughout this exhibition and also bring a sense of community, noting that those people, they come from different places, but they are able to take like these lost and found pieces of corrugated iron and build communities as well.
Yes. I wonder if we could speak to those specific structures that you're trying to depict. Talk to us a little bit more about that assembly. Yes, they are scraps, but together they build something. This then becomes a community. This is what, you know, many South Africans are faced with day in, day out. You're talking about triple threats of poverty, unemployment, inequality, perhaps even 30 years into our democracy. Even if we go as far as back as 1944 to 1947, the stark realities are still there for many.
Yeah, that's true. I think because of what we have endured as well, from the apartheid system as well towards now, it is very sad that we still complain about similar challenges even in this very day. So for me, the central figure of a sheikh kind of like brings about that struggle of having to take what was lost and what has been despised by others, but being able to put it throughout together and build something that brings warmth, that brings a shelter as well. And it is very nice how when you enter into some of these shacks, they are well decorated inside that you wouldn't even feel like you are in a shack. So that sense of bringing something that was hopeless to be hopeful and to kind of like bring inspiration, I think that was draws the hope, especially in my work, because I wouldn't want someone to look at my work and feel sort of like sad or rather unhappy. So I try to mostly engage in those joyful moments that we also share in those spaces, that we also share the sense of community, knowing that you leave your house locked with a padlock, but only to come back still the same. Your things are still intact because of the sense of community that we have in those informal settlements.
It's also testament to the strength of the human spirit.
Yes.
And you're shifting perspectives about informal settlements as well, given the stark inequalities that exist. And I wonder, you know, the timing of this. It's Human Rights Month. That's just concluding today. We're also entering Freedom Month. Talk to us a little bit more about the timing of that for your exhibition. Also the conversations you're then hoping to spark, so the change, transformation can also come as a result.
For me, it was more of strategically planning it to feature the Human Rights Month, as well as Freedom Day, and as well as enlightening the issues that we are still faced with as South Africans in our communities, the inequalities that we see as well. So like birds in the cornfield, it's more of us trying to migrate in search of safety, in search of better opportunities.
Okay. I'm wondering if there are any personal experiences, because I mean, we're looking at some of the works that are on display, some of the personal experiences that are coming through. There's the Duk, there's a corrugated iron shack. Tell us a little bit more about personal encounters that you've had that would have shaped this.
Actually, my body of work is inspired from my own personal story growing up in the squatter camps. So when moving from Limpopo, I was born in Limpopo in Guyana. When moving from Limpopo, I had this imagination of Joburg, you know, because of how it was presented to us. You would see people coming from Joburg, coming with plastic bags, as if like, no, Joburg is just this nice place. You will walk from alone, go to a third road, you know. It's a sophisticated place. But when I first got to Joburg, I wondered, is this really the Joburg that you have been speaking about? Because of when we came in a small community of squatter camp in Snake Park. Back in that day, it was still maybe about a population of about 15 shacks or so, and now it has grown. So having to see that as well, growing up and seeing the community gathering, seeing many people coming together and having a sense of community, coming from different provinces, coming from different towns, even countries as well, but being able to communicate and have that sense of community, it kind of like inspired my work as well.
The World in One community. Thank you for your work. Thank you for using this visual medium as an agent of change for promotion of human rights. As always, wishing you all the best of luck and congrats on your exhibition. This morning, of course, just the exhibition you've heard now, drawing parallels between communities and birds in the cornfield. Sizani Baloyi talking to us about his exhibition that opened yesterday in Newtown.